I'm back. And I know I haven't done anything for the last bit, but I mean, this video is here and it's happening. So I have not been playing Fortnite Battle Royale, and I can promise you that. However, I have been working and not playing video games at all. I've been just working. I don't remember what I was working on, because I've just had way too much Russian chocolates. Way too much Russian chocolates. Aside from that, I'm here and I'm ready to record something. Yeah, Battle Royale isn't the thing for me, because I really suck. Ever since I got Fortnite, Save the World has intrigued me, and eventually I got it. And when I got it, I just got bored and left. I mean, now, on and off, I just play Save the World. However, some recent updates have brought the game back into my life. Fortnite Save the World is the campaign mode to Fortnite, and was what Fortnite was originally supposed to be. It's a huge co-op campaign where you gotta defend and build against hordes of zombie-like monsters called husks, and you also have to complete objectives while doing all of that. All of that in a randomly generated map while those zombies try to prevent you from completing all the objectives. It's a very good concept, and it is well represented in the game trailers for early up in the game back in 2017. But upon closer inspection, the game is nothing like that.
Let's get to work.
And I quote by many of my friends saying that the game ends up being repetitive and boring. I had a lot of my friends say this. I've even had a stream yesterday where a friend of mine literally said,
"See, the world is so garbage, it's so boring."
However, that doesn't mean I'm putting it out there in a big red text, "Don't play this game." The reason why I'm not doing that is because there are some things that Epic Games has done to make the game more enjoyable. And I really want to go and point out all the new flaws, all the old flaws, and all the new things that Epic has done very well. This video is more to leave the decision to you, while listing my opinions and some data I've collected. Don't we all love when YouTubers do the collecting for us? Fortnite Save the World is a pretty well-made campaign mode to a very popular game. However, here are some aspects about the story mode that Epic Games has carried out very well, and not so well. Over time, Epic Games, the developers of Fortnite as a whole, have been working hard to make sure that the UI for a game as complex as Save the World is as easily manageable as can be. And you could really see it shine out. They've removed a lot of things and have compensated players very fairly according to said changes and removals. Trying to get a hold of the old menu scheme was like learning how to pull a door without a doorknob. The new Save the World menu looks nothing like the old menu and really did up things up. Recently, they've added another update to make hero selections much more smooth and easy. Instead of the old mechanic where you had two support heroes helping your main hero out on certain stats, and having a very complicated support ability enhancement thing which wasn't very nice, you can now have up to 6 heroes helping you out on more specific stuff, like adding a few seconds to your special abilities, decreasing countdowns, and other cool enhancements, as well as a team perk that is specific to your main hero. These team effects only happen when certain heroes are put in the 6 slots, and they can really up your game and help you out. The updates they've done to the UI have also brought certain big changes, adjustments, and even removals. A big example of a removed concept they've had is actually the skill trees. The skill trees played a big part, however, they were very confusing and hard to manage. Thus came the removal of this feature. They've also eliminated a lot of unneeded menus such as the skills, squads, play, and heroes sections. They've numbed all of those down into smaller categories inside of a new command tab and the already added armory tab, which they've also vastly revamped. Play was another section that was also removed, but they've combined play and quests into one whole section and still called it quests. These changes were really necessary to help out players that don't quite have the patience to know how to navigate these menus. I mean, the only way I had the patience to navigate them was that I wanted the V-Bucks. These UI changes provided us players with the easy navigation and simplicity we needed. One thing that Fortnite needs to work on: balancing their dang matchmaking. The matchmaking in Fortnite Save the World is, well, it's weird. That's what it is. You either get paired up with people 2 times your power level or 2 times lesser than your power level. You also sometimes get pretty lucky and get paired up with complete goofs that do nothing but stand around AFK waiting for the rest of the team to finish the mission for them. Or sometimes the matchmaking steps it up a notch and says, hey, well, here's nobody at all, and you're forced to do tough 4-player missions all on your own, which most of the time don't go too well. This section is very small, but it's something that's gotta get fixed soon. I'm tired of wasting my resources and ammo on missions that'll inevitably result in defeat. The graphics are what you'd expect from the early trailers and Fortnite Battle Royale. They're well done. Visual glitches are at a minimum unless exploring the menus. The game keeps its cartoony style while still having the whole apocalypse feel to it. Very heavy visual effects when it comes to rendering storms and being inside mini storms. Particles are looking sharp and provide a lot of extra wow effect to the game. The game isn't as graphic heavy as other games or AAA titles, so a mid-end computer should be able to run this game no problem. Even on my old potato, I could run this game at about 720p, low graphics, at 30 frames, which does sound terrible, yes, but comparing it to other games on my crappy old computer, it could still run at least a little. The graphics are very customizable and provide a lot of optimization, and also are very easy to understand and work with. The animations are fluent and work very well. There are barely any bugs with animations, so good job, Epic, you've outdone yourself. Now that we got the graphics out of the way, here comes another problem. Yes, whatever this is above me does look exciting and thrilling. I mean, what's more satisfying than sending those darn demons back to hell? Oh, probably sending demons back to hell in Doom. What I mean is that the gameplay does look very colorful, cool, and inviting, and at the beginning of the game, that's what it is. You're really excited to get started on your first missions, and you're sent out in this whole world with so many things to do, except you later find out that there's almost nothing there for you to do. After the first few missions, you're pretty much seamlessly wandering across maps and looking for one object after the other until you realize that it's all the same thing, just a different object. Yes, there's dialogue that goes on to progress the story, but sometimes it's a dialogue that's not even important to the story. In the third world, Canny Valley, there's a mission where you must collect a few songbooks to revive a band. For what reason? No reason. There's no reason at all. People just want a band. Is that going to help you eliminate the source of this storm outbreak? No. Is it going to help you in any case? Probably not. It's completely pointless to be doing some of the missions in the game, and some of them just end up being complete failed attempts to get to a certain point. In the first world, Stonewood, you're given the illusion that there's a lot to do and there's a crap ton of locations to unlock. But in the second world, Plankerton, you're just doing another tower defense, which I forgot to mention is really hard due to the matchmaking issues. In Plankerton, you notice how often you get these collecting missions, and it only gets worse because you have about 51 missions to complete in Plankerton. And the last mission is the exact same mission you get in Stonewood. The game gets repetitive. Heck yeah. They only just up the difficulty every so often. Another thing you can notice is that there aren't many mission types. What I mean is that there isn't too much variety when it comes to the base missions. There's defending a van for like 5 minutes, defending a storm-destroying weapon called an Atlas for like 7 minutes, delivering a bomb. That one's actually kind of interesting. It's actually one of my favorites. Protecting a supply drop for like 10 minutes. The Atlas mission from before, but with 2 Atlases. The same Atlas mission from before, but with 3 Atlases. Same Atlas mission from before, but with 4 Atlas. It just keeps going and going and going. They are working to add more, but if you're planning to get this game now, keep in mind that the modes are either boring or just repetitive. A big thank you to all of you who actually stood and watched this whole video. It took me a while to make. It's why I'm actually leaving this out as a 2-part series, because I don't want to be spending too much time on something when I don't know whether it's going to gain traction or not. If this does gain traction, please help it get bigger by subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting. Let this video be heard, because some of the stuff I've mentioned here is very important, and I think a lot of people would really enjoy hearing a perspective on somebody who's not a newbie to this game. Somebody who's bought Save the World a long time ago and is still playing it now. I guess I'm just gonna leave it at that. Thank you all for watching again, and see you guys in a second part. Let me know how I did in this one. Bye.